Take off your mask. Welcome and Shabbat Shalom. We are so delighted to have all of you here with us in person, and also those of you joining us online for worship this evening. I am especially thrilled to have a guest helping lead the service this evening, Ariel Katz, who was bat mitzvah just a few months ago. In fact, it was one of the few Or Tzion services that I watched after I got the job, because Ariel made such an impression on me. So after I davened at my shul in New Jersey, I was watching you daven and excel. And now what a blessing to have you back again, helping lead our community in worship. Our service begins with Shalom Aleichem, which you can find on page 5 in your Siddur Lev Shalem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashared, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamalchim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boahem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamalchim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamalchim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seidhem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamalchim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
We turn now to page 11, Lechu Neranana.
Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, litzor yishenu, nekan mafanav betoda. Naria, naria, yitzor yishenu, bizmi wrote naria lo. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai. Lechu neranena, lechu neranena, lechu neranena, l'Adonai.
We turn to page 13, Shiru Ladonai.
Shiru l'Adonai, shiru shir hadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, shiru shir hadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, baruch hu shemo, basrum le'om le'om yeshuato. Shiru l'Adonai, baruch hu shemo, basrum yom le'om yeshuato. Shiru l'Adonai, shiru shir hadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz. Shiru l'Adonai, shiru shir hadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz.
We turn now to page 20, Romamu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishachavu lehar kodsho. Ki Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishachavu lehar kodsho.
Beautiful. We turn now to page 23, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad Hishmi'anu el hamyuchad Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, Hashem u'tiferet veli tehila. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nilcha, ki hi makor habracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machashavat hila. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
We turn now to the bottom of page 25. We rise and we face the door to welcome in the Sabbath bride. We take just a moment to breathe in a new day filled with possibility and to let go of all of the angst and stress, all the challenges that the week has brought us, to be able to welcome into our hearts a Shabbat of peace.
Boi v'shalom alteret ba'ala, gam besimcha u'zuhula, toch emune am segula, boi hala, lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
You may be seated. We turn now to page 27, the Psalm for Shabbat. Mizmor shir, layom hashabbat. Mizmor shir, layom hashabbat. Tov lodot ladonai, ulezamer l'shimcha v'elyon, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות הלזמן. Four lines from the bottom on page 28. Od yenuvon beseva deshenim verananim yehu lehagid ki ashar Adonai tzuri velo avlata bo. Page 29. Adonai malachut lavish, lavish, Adonai osit azar, Aftikon tevel baltimot, Aftikon tevel baltimot, Nachon kischa me'az, me'olam hata. Nasa'u narot Adonai, Nasa'u narot kolam, Yisa'u narot toch yam, Mikolot mayim rabim, Adirim mishberayam, Adir v'amarom Adonai, Adir v'amarom Adonai, Edotecha nehemnu me'od, Levetcha nava kodesh, Adonai leorech yamim, Adonai leorech yamim, Mikolot mayim rabim, Adirim mishberayam, Adir v'amarom Adonai, Adir v'amarom Adonai. We turn now to page 30, and I invite mourners and those observing Yahrzeit to rise and join with me in the words of Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, ve'alma divara kirutei, ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zaman kariv, ve'imeru amen. Yehei shemei Rabba mevorach, Le'alam ul'omei olmaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpawar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal, Shemei tekudesha b'richu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbachata v'nechamata, Da'amiran be'alma v'yimeru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shamaya, B'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh shalom b'meromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Shabbat shalom, everyone. You may be seated. We'll take a moment to share some words of Torah briefly. This week in the Torah, we read Parshat Re'eh, which among many other things, discusses the basic laws of kashrut. This is where it says that land animals that have split hooves and who have multiple stomachs that regurgitate and rechew their meals are the only animals that can be kosher. Similarly, that the only water animals that can be kosher are those that have fins and scales. This, of course, is the reason why salmon is kosher and shrimp not so much. Fins and scales are on a salmon and on lots of other fish, tuna, whitefish, herring, thank God. Shellfish, not so much. But interestingly, many of you may be aware that the reason that a salmon is pink, well, farm salmon sometimes eat different pellets to color themselves and to make them pink. But the reason that a wild salmon would be pink is because it eats so much shrimp. And you might think lox is like the most Jewish food there is, and shrimp is like, wow. And when you think of seafood that's not kosher, it's the first thing that comes to mind. And you might think that this doesn't make sense because after all, if the salmon eats something that's not kosher, shouldn't that make the whole thing not kosher? And yet, our Torah is very clear that salmon is kosher because it has fins and scales, even though its diet isn't a particularly kosher one. And that shrimp remains not kosher, even though the salmon that eats it is. And this teaches us something that I think is an important value, because so often we have a habit of looking at ourselves and sometimes looking at others in our lives and things that we interact with. And we see that part of it that's not kosher. And we think that because of it, that the whole thing is not kosher. We see that part of ourselves that needs improvement, that part of our character that we see as weak or flawed, and we think that therefore we are less than that we are not worthy, that we might be bad. And yet what this teaches us and reminds us is the fact that just as the salmon can eat shrimp without it becoming not kosher, so too each of us make mistakes. Each of us have flaws and weaknesses, but it doesn't mean that God doesn't wholly accept us. In the Talmud, Rabbi Alexandri teaches that a normal person would be embarrassed to serve a guest with broken dishes, with broken vessels, but that God, the Holy One, blessed be God, loves and cherishes God's broken vessels. And those, of course, are all of us. That we are cherished not because of our perfection, but because of who we are and our efforts to better ourselves. And as tomorrow night, I mentioned in the email this morning, we begin Rosh Chodesh Elul as we look forward to the high holidays, a season of which the primary theme is that just because we sin, we are not sinners. Let us be reminded that we, each of us, are holy in spite of, not in spite of, because of our flaws, because of our weaknesses, but more than that, because of our willingness to grow and to become even greater. Shabbat Shalom, and enjoy some lox this weekend. And now, it's my delight to invite Ariel once again to lead us in the Baruch Hu. Please rise, page 39.
Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Yai la lai 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. Umavir yom mevi laila, umavdil ben yom ben laila Adonai tzavot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid moch aleinu leolam va'ed, baruch ata Adonai, hama'ariv aharavim. Havat Olam, page 40. Avat olam beit Yisrael amchavim. Avatacha tasim imenu leolamim. Baruch ata Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Page 41. We cover our eyes for the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'afta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol livcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher Anohi mitzavecha hayam al levavecha v'shinatam levanecha v'nibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvletecha avaderek ukshakbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotofot b'neinecha uvtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. We turn now to page 44 for Micha Mocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele, malchutecha ra'uvanecha, bokeyam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, se'eli anu ba'amru, Adonai Melech Le'olam Va'ed.
V'nehemar kifad Adonai Yaakov galom yad chazak mimenu baruch ata Adonai gal Yisrael. Page 45. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamideinu malkei nu lechaim. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamideinu malkei nu lechaim. All my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that they don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war and the children will play. One day, one day, one day. One day, one day, one day. Hashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom v'hamideinu malkei nu lechaim. Ushmor tzeiteinu v'oenu l'chaim Shalom yata v'yad olam v'ros alim sukkah shlomecha baruch ata Adonai hapores sukkah shalom aleinu v'al kol Moisrael v'yal Yerushalayim. We rise as we turn to page 46 Veshamru.
Veshamru B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorotam berit olam. B'nei Yuvain, B'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Veshamru B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamin asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorotam berit olam. Uveyom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat la'asot et HaShabbat le'dorotam berit olam.
Chatzi Kaddish, bottom of page 46.
Yitkada v'yitkada Shemei Rabbi.
Amen.
Ve'ama divra kirotei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yom echon uv'hayedecho beit Yisrael. Bagala uv'zman kariv v'imaru.
Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam Ulomei Omaya Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'ishtabach v'yiprar v'troman v'naseh v'tadar v'taleh v'tala Shemeda Kudusha
Berichu.
Leila Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata Tushbekata V'Nechemata Ta'amira Me'alama Ve'imeru.
Amen. We remain standing for the Friday night Amidah recited in silent devotion. It's an opportunity for us to offer the prayers of our hearts as well as the prayers on the page.
Say Shalom Biromov, Uya say Shalom Aleinu. Say Shalom Biromov, Uya say Shalom Aleinu. Say Shalom Biromov, Uya say Shalom Aleinu. Ya say Shalom. Say Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Be'akol Yisrael. Say Shalom, say Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Be'akol Yisrael.
Oh, beautiful. You may be seated if you've completed your private prayer. We're on page 54, Kaddish Shalem. Yitgadal v'yikadash shemei Rabba be'alma divara kirute be'amlich malchute b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayedechol beit Yisrael b'galav izman karivim aru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam u'l'olmei olmaya yitbarach. Bishtabach vitbar bishram vina sevita darvit levit lashmei kudesha berichu le'elam in korban chatav v'shirata tushbachatav nachmata damiran be'alma ve'imeru. Amen. Tikabel tzloton v'nuchoiso el kadam abohoni v'shmaya ve'imeru. Amen. Yehei shalom araba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav v'yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol Shabbat ve'imeru. Amen. And now we are going to offer a special prayer of healing for all those who are ill.
Mekor habracha alimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who brought healing to Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those for whom we now pray. Arnold Cohen, Mabry Ballard, Mayor David Ben Brindle, Brooklyn Adley Moskowitz, Betty Hirsch, Michal Batmia, Shalom Ben Pessel, Chaim Mechalel Ben Yitzchak V'Yakov, Errol Rafal, Steve Carell, Chaim Ben Chana Valabel, Shaw Naughton, Mike Martin, Eileen Martin, Iris Granick, Brian Perlman, Betty Singer, Shira Bat Chaya V'Moshe, Chaya Chasel Bat Devora, Anshel Ben Kleina Fega, Anna Boardman, Shmuel Velvel Ben Devora, Chaya Bat Rella, Rafal Chaim Ben Sylvia, Aaron Ephraim Ben Svishner, from Elka Bat Arya Leib Esther Rachel, Roberta Lipsman, Hainik Ben Rhodes, Chaim Leib Ben Pinchas Vizelda, Tammy Trow, Sarah Vida Bat Esther, Perla Bat Chila Esther, and Barak Ben Bracha. If we have any others who are with us who would like to add a name, please rise and share it at this time. Yes. Eliab Ben Shoshana. Michelle, come on.
Me.
May the Holy One restore them to fullness of health of body, mind, and spirit, and bless them and all others on the road to recovery.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Refuah Shlema, praying for the healing of all those that are ill. We rise for Aleinu, page 56.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, la'tet gedulah li'atzer breshit, shelo asenu kagoy ha'aratzot, velo samanu kumishpahot ha'adama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kahol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishahavim umodim, Lifnei melech malchei hamalchim hakadosh baruch hu. Kakachua Tortecha Adonai imloch le'olam ba'ed v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
You may be seated at this time. We're recognizing this week the yurtzites of Louisa Kimchi, the great aunt of Betsy Cohen, Sophia Cass, the mother of Betsy Cohen, Rose Smith, the mother of Heather Figelman, Mary Roth, the grandmother of Jason Roth, Libby Jaffe, the mother of Lawrence Jaffe, Mark Barron, Andy's father, Marcia Botwinick, the great-grandmother of Jen Karochi, Frances Kaplan, Selma Glass's sister, Irving Norbin, Larry's father, Lawrence Weinstein, Perry, your dad, Daniel Kane, Jeffrey's father, Cecil Greenstein, Janice Levin's father, Bernard Locke, Marty's father, Ann Grossman, Arlene Gitlis's mother, Celia Salkwalk, Naomi Goodell's grandmother, Max Altman, Julius's father, Saul Bernstein, Betty Hirsch's uncle, Matthew Vanderwerf, Madonna Cooper's brother, Bella Fox, Gail Nachamovitz's grandmother, Gertrude Altman, Rob Cohen's grandmother, Henry Goodell, David's father, Mildred Mastbaum, David's mother and Alexandra Lutsky's grandmother, Joel Goldberger, Murray Goodman's lifelong friend, and Mayor Seaman, Alan and Alan's father and Larry's brother of blessed memory. We pray that the souls of all of our loved ones past be bound in the bond of life eternal. Mourners and those observing Yahrzeit, please rise and join with me in the words of Kaddish on page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divara kirute ve'amlich malchute b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'v'zaman kariv ve'imeru amen. Yehe shemei rabba mevorach le'alam ul olmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpawar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitdaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha barich hu le'ela min kol birchata b'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma ve'imeru amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Oseh shalom b'maromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshevei tevel ve'imeru amen. You may be seated. I just want to express once again how wonderful it is to daven together with all of you that are here. And also, thank you to all of you joining us online. It's good to see you, Allison and Mike, Steve and Susan, and of course in New Jersey, Alan and Judy, and also Sue and Andrew Gordon. Amazing that you are here with us. Alana actually showed me that photo that you all took when the Kutzes were in New Jersey just a bit ago. So sending lots of love to all of our online community, as well as to all of you that are here davening with us. And it's my pleasure now to invite Rob for this evening's announcements. Excuse me. I get my time mixed up when I'm in here. Rob, with you, you know how it is. Rob is going to share our announcement, share of our ritual committee, and also part of our high holiday committee. So that's something exciting coming up.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Rabbi and Ariel, for leading us in services tonight. Thank you, Scott, for your technical assistance, and to Myra Alport for greeting tonight. Check the weekly e-bulletin and our website for details on all our exciting upcoming events, including 5782 is going to be extra sweet. Our annual honey fundraiser is now open and includes a special gift from Rabbi Green. Order honey for your family and friends starting at just $8. Complimentary Shabbat morning babysitting is available for children 2 and older and will take place during the 3 remaining Shabbatot mornings in August. You can learn more on our website. Our open house event, Or Tzion in Candyland, will be on August 15th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Meet your religious school teachers, join a committee, catch up with friends. Now it says here, be on the lookout for information about high holidays, but I'm the co-chair of the High Holiday Committee. So I can tell you that the information is going to be coming out very shortly. It was going to come out this week, but because of our old friend COVID, we had to make some last minute changes to help accommodate everybody. But I can tell you that the theme for this year is Hakarat HaTov, which is recognizing the good. And speaking of recognizing the good, you can renew your Gift of the Heart commitment for the 2021-2022 campaign, and we hope that you'll recognize how good and great it is to be part of our community. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Rob, for the announcements. And also, Bethany, great to see that you are here supporting Ariel and so many others that are here with us in person and online. Because Ariel, you are fabulous. And, Cantor should worry, right? Not really, but maybe when you're older. Yeah, it's a good career. You can talk to her all about it. In any case, no pressure. Ariel's now going to lead us in Kiddush. You can follow along on page 49. Please rise. Ariel, I'll get you the Kiddush cup.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu mitzvotav v'ratzah ba'anu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzah hilanu, zecheron lama'aseh bereshit. Ki hu yom tehillah lemikra et kodesh zeher litziat Mitzrayim ki banu bechata ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava u'ratzon Hinhaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. You can take a sip now. All right. You may be seated, and we're going to conclude with the Shabbat Shalom song. You know how that goes. Bim, bum, bim, bim. You can sing along.
Okay.
Or you can lead us.
Bim bam bim bam.
Bim, 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 bim.
Bam.
Cheery, beery, beery, bim, bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam.
Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, everybody. And for those of you online, you didn't see it, but the whole crowd is going, hey, hey, it was amazing. Such ruach here at Congregation Or Tzion this evening. Wishing all of you Shabbat shalom. Adonai oz lemo yiten. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. Shabbat shalom, everyone.